round of Swiss for our standard RCQ 1K. We are coming to you live from the fabulous Fairview Heights, Illinois, from Impact Gaming Center, 49 Ludwig Drive. Thank you all so much. We've got Chris on Dimir Midrange. He is 3-1, fighting for his top 8 life against Alan on green-black midrange. He is also 3-1 and is also fighting for his top 8 life. We just saw Alan last round if you're watching live. So had a very strong showing in game number 1. And it looks like we are going to get off to another solid start here for Alan. But yeah, this is you know, fighting for top 8 here. Whichever player wins this will more than likely be able to get into top 8. So this is what it's all about. We had our other, so this is table 4. Our top 3 tables all drew. So that means 6 of the 8 spots in top 8 are going to be in top 8.
So I'll go 17.
So we are off and rolling. Kaito getting ninjutsu'd in here.
This one?
And gonna put a couple stun counters on Alan's creature, which is Preacher of the Schism. Preacher. So back to Alan. Can't quite make out what Alan exactly has in hand. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. Make sure to hit up, like I said, impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering needs. We've got single sealed product at competitive prices, whether you're building a cube, commander deck, modern, or grinding the RCQ circuit and playing some standard.
And exile creature or planeswalker, and I'll search your hand and library.
The end.
Remove all copies from the game. If they're in your hand,
So it's kind of like a surgical extraction for creatures on board.
Are you going to play up, or do you want me to?
I can play this up.
All right, we're playing up. We're friendly in the feature match area. All right, here is the end on screen for those inquiring minds. But we're going through, getting rid of these pesky Kaitos. They're saying it should just be 3. But yeah, we've had a great tournament so far. We got 29 players. 6, as I said, 6 of the top 8 slots have been pretty much solidified at this point. So just a couple more slots. But yeah, it's been a speedy tournament. We started at 10 a.m. It is currently 2:33, and we're getting finished with Switch. So pretty speedy tournament run here by our judge, Stephen Hagen. And TO is Jeff, who's one of the owners of Impact. So compliments to them. Both running a really nicely paced tournament. And shout out to the players for not playing. All right, got a Siren. Gonna bring a map. And pass back. And the stun counter will be removed, but still won't untap this turn. Go for the throat. Can't quite see all the cards in Alan's hand. Oh, a Shieldred. That's a pretty good one. Does Chris have a removal spell for it? That I do not know. That I do not know. Gonna get some fairies going. Yeah. So Feyborn trick there, cast at the end of Chris's turn, making a couple fairies.
I'm gonna crack him at targeting.
And taps.
I'm gonna hit mana.
Pay the mana. Sounds like you got to pay the mana. Certainly does. And Chris going to get in there. Down to 13 goes Allen. And there's a Shieldred of his own. So we're gaining 2, we're losing 2. Everybody's gaining 2, losing 2. Upkeep, go for the throat. Yeah, we knew that wasn't long for this world.
Gain 2 life.
Gain 2 life. Up to 15. And Chris lost 2 on his draw step. We've got a Thrun. Is that another Shieldred? Yeah, that is another Shieldred. Nice to have it, for sure, but kind of a dead card at this point.
Bit of combat. These 2 trigger. Make a.
Get to make a dude. Down to 11 goes Chris. Chris has got to find a way to get this Shieldred off the table. Don't think he's going to be able to keep up with the constant, not only life loss, but more importantly, the life gain from Allen. Down to 9 goes Chris. And unfortunately for Chris, Allen has another Shieldred as backup in hand. We'll see, though. Chris is a good player. Can find a way out of it, I'm sure, if given the tools. Bloom Lake Verge. Basically just an on-top blue-black land at this point. Crack a map, targeting a fairy. Shieldred's Edict. Well, it's not going to get the desired effect. Don't get me wrong, it's a start, but not really what you want to see. You'd like to see a piece of targeted removal for sure. Yeah, I'll put that in the bin.
Draw. Gain life.
$16. Gonna play a Llanowar Wastes for turn. Remember, we do have top 8 coverage following this, so don't go anywhere. It says round 5 of 5, but we do have 3 rounds of top 8 elimination coverage. So stay tuned after this round. The most exciting part is top 8, of course. Gonna have some high skill level play It's going to be pretty awesome. A lot of good players in the top 8 already here at Impact. Just
Yeah.
bashing.
Yeah. Yo.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, I got you.
Lose one, gain one? Lose one, gain 2, so technically, like, lose
Yeah,
one,
so I gained one from this one.
gain 1.
See what happened. Let's go ahead and flash in curiosity.
Enduring curiosity, you're going to get flashed in. Move to blocks. And remember, Alan has the backup Shieldred if Chris wants to throw a bunch of creatures at Shieldred to get it off the table. He's going to be, sadly... Ooh, Gix's command in hand for Alan.
Put spyglass in front of us. So that's how I'm playing.
And he plays 2 main deck Gix's commands. So
Okay, that's fine. So, yeah, take one from here.
take 1.
Please trade.
Those will trade.
I'm gonna gain 1 life here.
Sorry, this guy's still on.
Yeah, this triggers.
You got the life.
All right, gains life.
Oh no.
And there's Thrawn. Yeah, that's a big oh no. There's Thrawn. Breaker of silence. Thrawn has always been a thorn in the side of blue decks, that's for sure. This one can't be countered, it has trample. Can't be the target of non-green spells your opponents control or abilities of non-green sources they control. And as long as it's your turn, it's indestructible and it's 5/5. Pretty darn good.
Sorry, I didn't mark the 1 life down from the Dreadnought. Did you?
No,
No, I did not. Yeah,
Okay.
so it should
I
be.
I thought I was
yeah.
at 7 before, but couldn't
Yeah,
remember.
you're right.
Thanks.
it should be at 6. They got it figured out.
Playing island and
Pass turn after Preacher land go. Chris on the back foot here for sure. The power of Llanowar Elves, man. Turn 1 Llanowar Elves every single time. Alan has been has played a game at the feature match area.
Yep.
And Alan's at a hearty 20 life.
How much does this cost to activate? Is it 4?
So 4 mana to activate. So Chris could activate it, just couldn't block with it this turn because you can use it to activate it itself. So on the following turn, Chris could have a additional attacker or something. The nice thing about the Soulstone too, ooh, that's going to get rid of the Preacher unless Chris activates. Chris is just going to scoop it up though and say, let's just go to game number 2. That seems reasonable. So that'll be game number 1.
That's our worst.
So there we have it. Game 1 going to go to Alan. So, yeah, fighting for their top 8 lives here. Chris going to be on the play, down a game, heading into game 2. What a game. Why am I so far off to the side? There we go. A little bit more centered. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. If you're watching on Twitch, consider becoming a subscriber. You get access to our emotes. Additionally, you get access to all of our VODs. The second we are no longer streaming, you can rewatch them. And you get ad-free viewing. So a couple cool things, several cool things. And of course, it helps support the content, which we are very appreciative of. Let's see. Do we have? Yes, we do have the impact cam. Yeah, Thrun cannot be countered.
Look at it. I think I get it.
It's pretty nuts. But yeah, let's zoom out a bit. And of course, top 8 have kind of split. Or, well, not top 8, but that side. Tables 1 through 4. We're watching table 4 right now on coverage. 1, 2, and 3 have all probably went to go get some food right before top 8. And then this table is probably the table that's also fighting for top 8. You could imagine. There might be some leapfrogging here at the table 6 as well. They might be able to leapfrog table 5. But we shall see how this one breaks down when we get our top 8 announcement. But they've certainly cleared out. We also have a Warhammer charity event happening. And as you can see, some of the prizes and things of that nature over there. Some of the donations for the Warhammer event. Yeah, we got things popping off. We've got a Cardfight Vanguard happening, a Cardfight Vanguard tournament. And then we'll have Yu-Gi-Oh! Later today at 4:30. So a lot of things happening here at Impact. If you're in the St. Louis Metro East area, or if you're just in the Midwest, we are located at 49 Ludwig Drive in the fabulous Fairview Heights, Illinois. So come on up, play some games. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to head on over to Twitch. Twitch.tv/Impact Gaming Center for all of your Magic. For all of your streams. We stream every single week on Friday, 7 p.m. Central. Stream our modern FNM. So check us out. All righty. As these players shuffle up. And let's consult our sideboards here. We have for Allen, 3 Duress, 1 Ghost Vacuum, 4 Harvester of Misery, Terra Sunder as a 3 of, The End, Tranquil Frillback, and Gix's Command. Gix's Command probably coming in. You can see The End, obviously. He used it to great success in Game 1. Watching from the McDonald's drive-thru to make sure I'm back in time. Oh, okay. What's up, Waterboarder? Who? I don't like asking who this is, like, generally speaking. But who is this? I don't know your screen name, so. But, have a top 8 competitor watching. But yeah, we got Cut Down. This is for Chris's deck. 1 Cut Down, 1 Anoint with Affliction, 1 Blot Out, 1 Malicious Eclipse, 1 Shielder. That's probably definitely coming in. 2 Gix's Command, 2 Ghost Vacuum, 2 Negate, 1 Tashana's Tidebinder, 1 Disdainful Stroke, and 2 Cryptic Coats. As these players exchange pleasantries, good luck, have fun, these kinds of things. Chris is going to give it a shot. Looks like Alan's going to give it a shot as well. All right, let's jam. Restless Reef, rather. Back to Alan. And pass back. So no turn 1 elf. It's the first time in the feature match area we've seen that. Fairy Mastermind going to get flashed in. We've got a cut down. Yeah, you take that thing down immediately. Island Preacher, the Schism. Pass back. Anoint with the Afflictions.
Exile.
Is it power 3 or less?
Mana value 3 or less.
Mana value 3 or less. Yep. Pretty good one, and it will get exiled. And pass back to Chris. So 2 threats dealt with thus far for Alan. Soulstone Sanctuary, the land for turn. Chris can make it a creature if he wants at the end of the turn. Ooh, there's a Glissa. This is pretty good. Is that going to resolve? Looks like he's pulling the Enduring Curiosity to the front, so I think that's a spell stutter in Chris's hands, so he has the ability to counter this, I think, if he wants to.
This is good. Flash this in. Sure.
Enduring Curiosity. So it resolves for Alan. Chris electing to play the Enduring Curiosity.
Nowhere to run.
Ah, he has them nowhere to run. And bash for 4 with the Curiosity.
Yes. Draw a card.
Chris will draw a card and pass back. Draws a land. Duress you. Ooh, that can take the Kaito if this doesn't get spell stuttered. And I don't think we're spell stuttering this. Because Alan just pays the mana and it goes through anyway. Spell stutter or Kaito, those are the legal targets here.
Well, I can only take this one.
You can also take.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, you can take Kaito. Kaito is not a creature while it's in the hand.
It's a creature only when it's in play. Yep. Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Creature only in play. That is correct.
I'll still take it.
Gonna take the spell stutter. And there's a preacher. And pass back to Chris. Flash it in, tap down the preacher.
Just tap this stuff.
It is one step.
He's got a stun counter, which does matter.
Turn.
Land for turn, or well, draws land.
Swing.
I'm gonna get in there.
So that'll be 7 damage.
On a 9. Draw 2 thanks to the Curiosity. And Chris is rocking and rolling this game. All gas, no brakes. Still has Restless Reef. Still has Soulstone Sanctuary.
The ninjutsu. What did we ninjutsu win? What happened? Oh, we didn't have black. All right.
Ah, okay. Yep, black is important. Wow. Speaking of ninjutsu, like a ninja from the shadows, our head judge, Steven, came over and was like, wait a second. I don't know if he was watching from the other side or what, but we have a huge display screen on the other side of the facility. So It's right around the corner.
An emblem?
Gonna make an emblem. Play Sprite, make a map. And a reef, and go. All right, removes the stun counter, so that preacher is tapped for this turn. How does Alan want to proceed with this turn? That Kaito is really a thorn in his side for sure. Doing some math, assessing the board state. And passes back. Was Chris thinking about firing up that Soulstone? It is a ninja. It is all creature types. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. And we're getting in with the team.
That's an insane draw.
Alan's going to scoop it up. We're going to go to game number 3 here in the feature match area. Wow, that was a clinic there by Chris. We'll kick it back to the feature match area. Thank you all so much for joining us. Les Alex here for Impact. If you're watching on Twitch, we appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to head on over to Twitch. We stream every Friday. Stream our modern tournaments at 7 p.m. Central, twitch.tv/Impact Gaming Center. The link will be in the description below. And, of course, we stream all of our regional championship qualifiers this season, this year, really. They're all going to be standard, so buckle up because standard season, standard year is here. But, yeah, we got 29 competitors in our Standard RCQ 1K. It's a $1,000 cash tournament paid out to top 8. Obviously, the better you do, the more money you get. Of course, first place will get an invite to the regional championship. Looks like Alan's going to go back into the sideboard, switch some things up, tweak some things with his deck. And it looks like Chris is going to keep. All righty. Looks like we're good to go. We're going to cut back down to the feature match table. These players, not very talkative. That's okay. Still being pleasant. 1-1. This is for all the marbles. Whoever wins this match will get into top 8. Almost guaranteed. There is no world in which a 4-1 gets leapfrogged by somebody further down at this point in this tournament. This was our table 4 match. So tables 1, 2, and 3 all drew, which means that's 6 players into the top 8. So there are only 2 slots left. So there will be probably somebody on the outside looking in because there is a couple draws out there. I know Adrian, who was in our feature match area earlier, did have a draw, is playing at table 6. And the winner of that match might get snubbed from this top 8.
Sorry, were you still thinking?
Yeah, I'll keep.
No worries.
Alan going to keep.
Sorry, I didn't know if I heard you say yep or not.
All right, Chris going to mulligan. And as I always say, anytime a mulligan happens in the feature match area, can't really control them. Just got to kind of wait through them. Hopefully Chris can draw a pretty sensational 6 and we get a real game, of course. I hate to see somebody mulligan to like 4 or 5 and not really get to see a good game of Magic. That's always the worst. I'm sure Alan would be fine with that, but for us, the viewing audience, not great. Not good content. And he's got a mix of spells and lands. Is it good enough, though?
Ready when you are.
All righty. I'm going to start us off with the duress. We're going to get a good look at Chris's hand.
You mind just playing up?
Nowhere to run. And Chris will play up for us. The Sprite and the Flying Vigilant, or the Vigilant Flash creature. The Reef, pass. I hope Chris drew a land for his sake. Or draws a land on this draw step. That was not a land, I don't believe. Tapping the Scion. Good map. Oh, he missed his land drop. Oh, no. Not like this, Chris. Not like this. Go for the throw. Going to take down the...
Pieces of cardboard. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is not how you want it to end. Not how you want your tournament to end. Hopefully, like I said last turn,
Duress again.
another duress. Go for the throat.
I think go for the throw.
Yeah, that seems like a good one.
Go.
Land. Judging by Chris's expression, that was not a land. Ugh. And there's a Shieldred. Wow. Lose 2 life off the draw thanks to Shieldred. Oof. Yeah. Live by the 1-lander, die by the 1-lander. Hate to see this happen, especially in Soulstone. Down to 6, down to 12. Yeah, Chris says greedy keep, indeed.
You got my...
Yeah, and 2 off of the Shieldred. There's a Soulstone. Sanctuary, so that is a land. Might be too little too late, though, unfortunately.
You got mine?
Yeah.
Alan goes to 24 off of Shieldred. Gonna read. A Flood Pit's Drowner. What a game. What a game, says Chris.
Activated. Go to combat.
Flash this in. Shut.
Attack.
Wait, does have a stun counter on it too, so Shieldred will be stunned.
Sacrifice creature.
Sack a creature.
You might pay 2 for that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
So take
Yeah, there we go.
2.
Take 2, and then Shieldred will take 2, dropping Chris to 6. There's another Drowner.
That's the turn.
Pass back to Allen.
Activate. Go to combat.
Watch this. Target that.
All right. Stun counter on the cottage. It is cottage, right?
Target player draws 3 cards.
Oh, it's Misha's factory. Well, that makes sense. Target player draws 3 cards. Down to 4. Glissa's pretty good. I mean, these Flippets, Drowners are buying Chris time. The problem is he's just not drawing lands. Obviously missing turn 2, 3, and turn 2 and 3 lands. Land drops was crucial here, but the Flood Pits Drowners are buying Chris a ton of time here. Gain 2 up to 28.
Combat.
I'm gonna go to combat here. Before attacks, there's another Flood Pits Drowner. Tap down the Shieldred. Fortunately, like obviously the lands are a problem, but also Chris has to get this Shieldred off the table. All right, attack with the Mishra's Factory and the Glissa. Declare blocks, just like that. So we'll trade with the Mishra's Factory, and then the other Flood Pits Drowner just going to chump. And pass back. Boost 2 down to 2. Yeah, he can't. He doesn't have enough mana to deal with the Shieldred and deal with the Glissa, unfortunately. And there's another Mishra's Factory in play. So that's going to be it. Whether Chris realizes it or not. That was a rough way to end your tournament. I feel for Chris here. He's got the land. He has the land in hand, but I think he has 1 mana. Yeah, that's going to be the handshake. Chris going to fall. Alan, always a stand-up gentleman, say sorry about your draw. That is going to do it here in the feature match area for these two. That was a rough one, rough way to end it. Thank you all so much for joining us. We've got top 8, so don't go anywhere if you're watching live. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out a bunch of our other videos. There'll be some popping up here momentarily. Hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering needs. We've got a ton of sealed and singles product in stock. Go check us out. Thank you all so much, and until the next round or the next time I see you, I've been Les Alex. I'll catch you all on the flippy flop. Adios, everyone.